If only there was some book, some course, or some DVD series that you could watch that would turn you into a master negotiator. You'd have all the secrets that those negotiators that we're always hearing about have. The ones who settle labor strikes, who prevent lawsuits from going to court, or perhaps who get professional sports teams to come back onto the field. If only there was some way to capture their knowledge. Well, I've got good news for you. I've done the research for you, and I've come up with a list of the top 10 things that the master negotiators do to be successful. Let's have a talk about what those 10 things are. Nothing is fixed. Don't let the other side of the table try and intimidate you with a last and final offer, firm fixed prices, or even a take it or leave it statement. Remember, this is a negotiation, and that means that everything is negotiable. Deeper is better for both sides. Although you are negotiating directly with the person on the other side of the table, you are really negotiating with their entire organization. This means that before your negotiating partner can agree to your terms, they are going to have to get buy-in from their organization. During your negotiations, you need to cover all of the key details in enough depth that the other side will be able to thoroughly explain the deal internally. Got to get satisfaction. Forget win-lose, win-win, etc. Negotiating is all about making sure that both sides come away feeling satisfied with the outcome. Although it's easy to focus on the stated negotiation issues, be sure to look for the other hidden issues that are also important to the other side. Addressing these issues will boost satisfaction and increase the probability of reaching an agreement. These boots are made for walking. One of the most powerful negotiating techniques is also one of the most difficult to do. Leave and walk out. This by itself would kill a negotiation. So you also have to master the other half of this skill. You need to know when to return later on. Conflict is king. The very reason that you are negotiating is because there are differences between both sides. Differences mean that there will be conflict. You need to be able to deal with conflict. If you have an overpowering need to be liked, then you will end up giving away too much during the negotiation just to be reassured that the other side will like you in the end. Too much. In any negotiation, you can screw up. You can end up asking the other side for more than they are willing or able to give. When you realize that you've done this, it is the time for you to take a step back and tell the other side that you are willing to renegotiate. No matter what, make sure that you show empathy for the other side's situation. No such thing as too much education. You will never know everything that there is to know about negotiation. There are so many small tricks and techniques that it will take you a lifetime to master even some of them. This means that you always need to be reading and studying in order to boost your knowledge of negotiating strategy and tactics. Aim high. Where you end up in a negotiation has a great deal to do with where you set your target. If you aim high, then you will be prepared to take the negotiating risks that go with higher goals. Lofty goals don't come easy, and so if you're going to have to be willing to work hard and take your time. Be testy. Since you can never completely know what the other side of the table is thinking, you need to always be testing him or her. You just might surprise yourself when the other side of the table gives in to one of your demands. Once again, this type of testing requires that you take your time and be very, very patient. Take your team to school. Negotiating is often a team sport, and you want your team to be in the best shape possible. You need to make sure that your team has been trained to negotiate the way that you want them to. This is the one area that investing in quality training, just like the training offered by Blue Elephant Consulting, can really pay dividends. You might be asking yourself, well, where do I go from here? If you take a look to the right of this video, you'll see that there's a link that you can click on. If you click on that link, you'll be taken to a page that will allow you to sign up for my free monthly negotiating skills newsletter. Go ahead and click on it now. The newsletter contains tips, techniques, skills that you need to become a better negotiator. And hey, it's free, so you can't go wrong with that. Go ahead and take a moment and click on it now.